News with Gina.
The News with Gina Grad.
Well, remember we talked a while back about how P.T. Barnum, a.k.a. Elon Musk, was saying, I'm selling all my possessions. I will no longer have a home. Well, he's making good on it, at least in California. He has now sold off all 7 of his homes in California. One of them was the Gene Wilder house that I think was purchased by Gene Wilder's nephew.
Yeah.
And he said, like, you can't destroy it. You can't tear it down. But the rest of the houses are just sold. One was in Bel Air cul-de-sac. The last 3 sold for a combined about $41 million. Now, Musk, who is now the second richest person in the world, has taken up residence in Texas. Unclear if his girlfriend Grimes, who he had the baby with, Xaeaxii. Did we ever figure out how to say that baby's name?
No.
You did, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah,
Shashi or something.
Maybe. Let's go with Shashi. Has also, we don't know if they've made the move with him, but Tesla and SpaceX now have operations in Texas. A new Tesla factory outside Austin is scheduled to open this year. SpaceX has a launch site in Cameron County. Wall Street Journal reported that Musk also filed paperwork in late October to move his personal foundation from California to Austin. So he's out.
There was I think Garrigus and Mike August sent me a article over the break. I think it was a city council woman.
Yeah.
Loretta Sanchez was her name?
No, that's the Taco Bell chef. Lorena Gonzalez.
Lorena Gonzalez. Oh, that was executive chef Lorena Sanchez for Taco Bell. Did you guys know that Taco Bell had an executive chef?
Oh, this is breaking.
That had to be rough for there used to be a commercial like executive chef Lorena Gonzalez for Taco Bell. That had to be a weird thing when she was at like a cocktail party and someone's going, "You're an executive chef?" And it's like, where you at? The Four Seasons or where you at? Spago? Taco Bell.
Say it again.
What? Huh?
No.
I said executive chef.
Oh,
I heard that part.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
And where now?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Where can I sample your wares? I'd love to come and check out what you have to offer.
Yeah,
Is it hard to get a reservation?
That's right.
Do you have a car?
Yeah.
Well, then you can eat at my restaurant.
Oh, cool.
I get it. It's one of those pop-up restaurants, so you'll give us the address.
Okay, you got to follow you. Okay, where
It's like a speakeasy, right?
Yeah, you ask where, but if I said I was a general in the Army, do you really need to know what Army? Do you know what I mean?
What are
no, but you said the Army, so...
Yeah.
The wait staff, is it formal? Is it tuxedo, or what do they wear?
California casual.
Flip-flops and polyester gi.
Oh, I love those ironic restaurants.
Yeah.
Those are really fun.
They're brown, so the taco sauce doesn't show up.
Dining in the dark?
I'm working on a dessert right now.
Oh.
I call it broken taco shells with cinnamon.
Deconstructed?
Yeah, I haven't really worked it out. I mean, it's still don't say anything.
No, never. Is this table side? Like you light it on fire with like a flan foam?
Oh, I love that, yeah.
Yeah, the tables are welded to the ground and could hold over 700 pounds because we do have a lot of
we're
fights.
an earthquake country. That's totally understandable.
Yeah, that makes sense. A retrofitting.
Yeah. We have a full service bar, which is you fully service your own drink.
Concept restaurant?
We do close at 4 a.m.
It's a late night
after hours, a speakeasy.
It is a speakeasy. I knew it.
I'm also experiencing.
It opens at midnight.
I'm also experimenting with another concept, pretty avant-garde, called the fifth meal. We've gone up to 4. I don't know if you guys know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we do a brunch, which is anyone who wants to come in at 11 and order whatever's on the fucking menu.
You know, this is starting to sound a lot like a fast food restaurant.
Well, we don't serve fast food. We serve fresh food fast. That's been pre-made.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other chefs, where do you train them?
Oh yeah.
Cordon bleu? Mostly in the parking lot. it doesn't take. We can have you up and running and before lunch. You know what I mean? If you want to, you want to put in an application.
An application?
Yeah. I mean, is it tough? It must be a waiting list to get a job there.
Yeah, most people have GEDs, so there is a what we call scrutineering. You know what I mean? And I'll personally interview just about all our potential chefs. You know, being the executive chef and whatnot.
Wait a second. This is one of those really fancy restaurants that has like a 501c3 where you find at-risk youth and then you intern and then they go off to.
They don't need a formal education.
It's really, really amazing.
Oh yeah, the
like the homeboy.
Bakery.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm
Good for
also again, we're at a cocktail party. I know some of you are drinking, but mum's the word. I don't want you to start flapping your gums in front of this crowd, but think about bringing back the Bell Beefer.
Like an upscale take on a Bell Beefer?
It's like a sloppy Joe without the slop. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know?
Wow.
Yeah, you guys need any taco sauce? I got packets in my pockets.
Loretta.
Is that Del Scorcho?
Huh?
Taco Bell?
First off, First off, there's a guy at this party who asked me if I was an executive chef at Noggles. I fucking just turned around and walked away.
Don't be ridiculous. He's an executive chef.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I yelled "good day" to that guy.
Martini. Martini.
No, first things first. Just because I'm an executive chef at a place that has a drive-through and that has a bathroom that you need to use a key for does not mean I'm not every bit the executive chef that many of these other highfalutin guys with their fake French accents are. All right?
Right.
No one claimed that. Yeah.
I'll have you know that I was the grandfather of the gordita. That although people had experimented with a tostada before me, they never perfected it.
Now, it's actually pretty amazing because you have created over 400 dishes in the last 20 years using the same 3 ingredients.
That's right.
And did I also tell? Yes. Did I also tell you that I was working on a dessert that's made of broken tostada shells and cinnamon?
You did mention that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the taco shells.
This is different?
One's flat.
Well, forgive my ignorance. I'm not an executive chef.
You guys, you want a coupon?
Coupon.
Yeah.
Why not? That'd be great.
You can always use one. Yeah.
Hey,
Please just tell me you work with ingredients that are seasonal. So,
hey,
heirloom tomatoes.
You know that talking chihuahua?
Yeah.
That was my idea.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You're
Yeah.
the executive chef and the CMO?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I gotta kind of wrap it up here because I have to finish reloading the spring-loaded napkin dispensers.
Yeah, well, you're married to the job. You got to do it.
I mean, you got to work hard because I know that real estate for restaurants, for a good restaurant, is expensive. Are there other high-end restaurants near you?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a Pioneer Chicken. We got a Popeyes. We got aforementioned Noggles, which I've never set foot in.
Shakey's.
We got a Shakey's. We got a King Taco. We may even have a Henry's Taco. All the high-end stuff. All the other executive chefs. You know, we all get together in the parking lot of 7-Eleven after our shift and just kind of trade war stories. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, hey, I tried to take the cheese, the liquid cheese out of the bag, and the pump fucking broke. And everyone's oh, man,
We've all been there.
Been there, done that when the cheese pump breaks. And had some rowdy customer that wanted the extra zesty taco sauce, and all we had was the hot and the mild, and that was a whole debacle. Don't get me started.
No Diablo sauce.
No Diablo sauce.
Waking customers. That's a lot of them.
Rousting them.
Go around waking customers. All right. Yes. Lorena Garcia is the executive chef over at Taco Bell. And Lorena Gonzalez is what's her title?
She's an assemblywoman out of San Diego.
You're right. So I'll just read you the top of this article. But she's a genius.
Yes. So the article is the Sacramento Business Journal, or it's from the Sacramento Business Journal, and they're talking about Elon Musk and the Alameda County authorities going back and forth over whether Tesla could open in Fremont or reopen in Fremont. And this dialogue was punctuated by a pithy tweet from assemblywoman Lorena Gonzalez.
Pithy,
excuse me, who described herself as a progressive Democrat. She tweeted, "Fuck Elon Musk," but with the asterisk as the U, and Elon responded, "Message received."
Lorena!
And at that time, we had no idea how much that tweet and attitude would cost us. 9 months later, Elon's gone. He is selling all his personal real estate in the state, and he is now resident of Texas and has moved his philanthropic foundation to Texas, too.
Well, all the nutty bitch Lorena Gonzalez has to do is fill like a $10 billion a year hole, and we'll be back to even.
Yeah.
This is such a fucking... this is what I hate about this state. It's like somehow this crazy bitch thinks that she's got more juice than Elon Musk and tells the fucking one of the biggest contributors to the state to fuck off. And he goes, okay. And then he goes to Texas.
Well, in as much as, like, politicians, they work for us. That's always the thing, right? You work for us. We elected you, you work for us, blah, blah. Like, that's like losing a client, or not just a client, the client, the number one client at, like, your advertising firm or your law firm or whatever. It's
Could you imagine
there should be repercussions.
Could you imagine a casino doing that to some Japanese whale who took a private jet in? Like, they'd fucking roll out the red carpet. But there it's like, you want to reopen your business? Fuck off. Okay.
Literally.
Well, he fucked right off to Texas. And he's there. It reads later in the article. He's working with the governor of Texas to get more people to move to Texas, to get more businesses. So thanks, Lorena. I appreciate it, sweetheart.
The governor's on the phone with Musk once a week, strategizing about how to get other California companies to relocate.
All right.
Dumbest.
We're like we have the highest taxes, and we're last in like business climate. Like, we hate businesses in California. So could we fucking change the attitude and the climate just a little bit and see if we could get some of these folks to come back or set up shop here? I don't know. There's some kind of weird pride that we have. Like, hey, man, we don't fucking kneel before anybody. But they're all leaving. So that's not going to be good for California. There's a kind of an arrogance to it that it's confusing to me. Yes, and it's the ranking for business friendliness is the lowest. So we have the highest taxes and the lowest business friendliness ranking. So where are you going to go? Where are you going to go to set up your business, or where are you going to move your business to? Well, it ain't going to be California. But somebody should kind of rethink our process a little bit. I don't know. Maybe we need someone who's into business a little bit making some decisions versus just into ordering fucking people around. That might help things. But all right, Disney, fuck off. Elon, fuck off. I think Hewlett-Packard and Toyota and Nissan and everyone just fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. All right.
Can do.
Can do. The people seem to like Texas. All right, what else we got, Gina Grad?
Well, at least we're keeping our late night hosts for now, but they are back home. James Corden, Jimmy Kimmel, they are both doing the shows back at home now. The Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, and other Hollywood producers have called for productions to be suspended indefinitely until more hospital beds can open up and treat the influx of patients that we're dealing with here in Los Angeles. James was the first to announce that he was taking a show back to his garage after returning to the studio in September. Kimmel also shared a photo of himself on Twitter announcing that he's back to recording from home as well. Have you talked to him at all about that?
Yes. He sent me, Jimmy sent me for Christmas about 80 pounds of macadamia nuts. Because I had this bizarre office situation where I shared an office with him and Danny Two Sheets Kellison for many years. And the two guys I shared an office with loved Scrabble and hated nuts. Not were allergic to nuts, just didn't like nuts. And I love nuts. and I hate Scrabble.
Not a big Scrabble enthusiast?
Not a big Scrabble kid. So I was just sitting there, and I would yell at him. I'd go, but you like macadamia nuts, right? That's the fucking best, right? And they'd go, I don't know, not so much. And I'd be like, who doesn't like macadamia? That's like the greatest thing. The greatest thing ever is that little can of the super greasy, salty ones. That, somebody would come home from Hawaii and go, I bought you $4 worth of fucking nuts. They never liked it. So anyway, I picked up this box around the holidays that was dropped off at my front door, and the thing weighed 80 pounds. I was like, what the fuck is in this box? And I opened it up, and it was like 10 jumbo sacks of macadamia nuts from Costco that Jimmy sent over. Good. So now I have to eat my way through these fucking nuts.
Where are you going to store those?
I got them. I got them socked away. Also, I was watching Entertainment Tonight or Extra or whatever it was.
You were cheating on TMZ?
No, that comes on after TMZ, Brian.
Okay,
ugh, Jesus Christ.
What's wrong with you?
Check your guide, dude.
Sorry, bud.
And your privilege. James Corden was explaining that this year is the year he's going to drop the weight. This is going to be the year. Okay. And, maybe James Corden is the male Adele. Like, maybe he's going to be really beautiful. Like, maybe it's just the weight. You know what I mean? Like, no one ever says to Danny DeVito, if you would just drop 30 pounds, you'd be so hot. No. You know what I mean? But
no, you can envision James Corden as like a really handsome, like chiseled face minus, 60 pounds or whatever it is.
Yeah, his face doesn't match his body. He's got the face of a cute 185-pound British guy.
He's got the accent. He's got the full head of hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's tall enough. He's got the right features and bones and everything. It's just the weight.
He could be David Beckham minus 70 pounds.
I mean it. If he got really ripped and really fit and whatever, he'd just be a hot, hunky dude. But let me ask this to Fitz Dog. Should his wife be rooting for him?
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to tease that. I'm going to tease it because really drill down on that. He's rich. He can sing. He's got the most attractive quality for women, which is, you're not gay? That's the most attractive quality because that means all the good stuff of the gay minus the cocksucking, right? It's all the fucking singing and the musicals and the well-read and the well-coiffed and I got everything minus the cornhole.
Is that a gay thing?
Oh, yes.
Reading?
Oh,
I didn't know reading was a gay.
Come on.
Yes. They sit around and read all day.
They cross their legs like this, and they read.
Very cultured.
What kind of things are they reading,
Well,
Adam?
obviously Moby Dick, because it just sounds like a huge cock novel. They read. They're readers. They're not fucking out fucking felling trees or sawing logs or changing the oil and their transmission oil and their El Camino.
Refinishing their deck with used motor oil.
Yeah, they're fucking indoors reading.
Yeah, reading.
They're well-read. They're polite. They have all the things that women want minus not wanting their pussy. But you then add that in, and now you have the perfect gentleman.
Yeah.
So the perfect man. So I don't know how long they've been married, Max Zapata, but you do kind of wonder that if he dropped 40, 50 pounds and really start getting a lot of compliments, right? A lot of compliments, a lot of celebs, a lot of hot celebs coming on, passing along compliments. You know what I mean?
How did Kimmel's wife feel about it?
They're divorced.
They're divorced. That's
I didn't know that. Really?
No, actually,
Get out of here.
Kimmel.
His first wife.
Oh, yeah. But when did he lose his weight during the first wife or the second wife?
I think it was more the second than the first. May have started down with the first wife, but I think Molly. I think he lost it with Molly, but he wasn't. First things first. Jimmy's not that good looking. He'll never been mistaken for gay. No, he is. I find him appealing visually, but he was also never like James Corden fat. He was like kind of husky dude fat. James is fat, but he could be Beckham. Like if he really got lean and mean and did that like Adele thing where you just start getting really into it, or what's her name?
Rebel Wilson?
Rebel Wilson. Right. Look at Rebel Wilson. Look at Adele. Like you really start dropping the pounds. Be a good looking person lurking in that fat suit. How long they been married? Oh, married in 2012. 9-year itch.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
All right. Fitz dog.
Yo.
Oh, she's thin and blonde.
Oh.
That actually, looking at her, changed my opinion 180 on what I was going to say.
Now I say you want to keep the collar on. You want that belly. You want I've seen it. He's not afraid to get in a fucking bikini brief and run around in the streets. And his body is, and no offense to James Corden, super talented. As we said, a fantastic pumpkin on him. But his body is brutal. And I think you want to keep it like that.
Well, you could kind of look at it. You could look at it two ways. Like, well, health. There's a health matter and a self-esteem thing and all that kind of stuff. There's also like, hey, man, this guy's an earner. He's dedicated to me. Comes home every night at the same time with a sack of money. Hosts a bunch of award shows. Everyone loves him the way he is. Like, it ain't broke.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
well, I was thinking, I was with you. I was 100% with you out of the gate. But now I feel differently because if you're not famous and you are a thin blonde who can wear anything and goes to all the fancy parties with your fancy husband, you want him. Why can't you look like George Clooney when we go to George Clooney's house? Why can't you look like Rob Lowe when we go to Rob Lowe's house? So I think she would like that Ken and Barbie vibe. I think she'd be encouraging.
Different angle. Not saying you're wrong, Gina. You're probably 100% right, but different angle. He has a type, and it's a skinny blonde. And those are much more attainable when you're... Well, Chris, put up the admittedly bad Photoshop that I found on the internet. If you're James Corden on the right, that type's a lot easier to come by.
Yeah, we got Photoshop of fit James Corden.
It's a bad Photoshop, but you get the idea.
By the way...
I think the other angle is, like, for her, is everybody always thinks, oh, you want to be with somebody who's really good looking because that kind of elevates your status, like you were able to bag a hottie. Yeah. But I think there's another side to that, which is when you see a woman like her with a guy like that, you kind of think, take the money away, that she's noble, that she sees beyond looks and loves his soul.
Isn't there a Curb Your Enthusiasm about that? But she has character. She has character.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I just I know how guys are. And by the way, I like when you posit he has a type, skinny blondes. Yes, him and all of North America and all of Africa. It's like, yes, everyone has a type. It is Elle Macpherson when she was 19.
That's my type.
That's my type too. This is a crazy coincidence. We should start a fraternity. Yes. I don't know. I would worry. I wonder now, here's the question. Is there something nefarious going on? Like, do you think he's brought home the weight loss protein powder and she's like scooping confectioner's sugar into it every night and shaking it up, Yeah, do you think she bought a tub of that stuff from the GNC, the big muscle weight put on packer thing that the 16-year-old kids from Iowa eat when they want to get a free ride to a college as an interior lineman or something? Do you think she's taking some of that shit and putting it in his protein?
Mass builder.
The mass builder stuff.
Like one of those mothers that gives their children cancer.
Right.
Just Munchausen by proxy.
And she's like, he's on the rowing machine and she's bringing in a peanut butter banana sandwich with honey on it going, don't you want something? And she's like, love, I'm on the rowing machine. Well, I'll just set it down next to you. That's all.
Protein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you kind of touched on this without realizing it. How insufferable does that person become to live with when they're trying to drop 75, 60, 70 pounds?
Yeah.
You don't want it. That's not a good quality of life inside the house.
And also, I think the first quality you're looking for in a spouse or a partner is deeply ashamed of themselves. Mm-hmm. So when you come walking into the kitchen at midnight and he's eating ice cream out of the container and you go, James. And now when it comes time to choose the next movie or what toppings you're going to have in your pizza, you win. Because he's shamed. He's knocked down a couple of notches. Right. That's whose turn is it to take the trash out? The slob that was eating the fucking Haagen-Dazs out of the fucking tub.
He doesn't even come back with a comeback. He just eyes to the ground.
Just eyes to the ground. Yeah. That's right.
That remote control isn't working anymore. The batteries are gone.
That's right. That's right. All right. Do we know what she does? That could help inform our decision. What if she's like a personal trainer?
Oh, boy. That'd be the best thing that ever happened to her. We're really all over the map with this thing.
I'm going to go with something that just has executive chef Lorena Gonzalez.
She's a former TV producer, got her start as an actress on Wings.
An actress on Wings?
In this country?
Jesus.
Yeah.
She's a lot older than she looks.
Yeah.
Wings is an old show, but it was on for like 8 years or something.
Was she the daughter?
I'm hearkening back to a conversation that Jimmy Kimmel and I had in Manhattan at like the bottom of NBC where they have like the swag store where you could buy like and I remember Jimmy walking in and the person's behind the counter and he's like, you sell any of those Wings coffee mugs? And the person's like, yeah, they're a good seller. And Jimmy's like, really? Because the show's been off the air for 11 years. And they're like, I know. People like that show. When's the last one you sold? You sold one today? And the person behind the counter started getting defensive. Yeah. Like, we don't sell one every day, but some days we sell two.
I'm not in charge of inventory, dude.
And the person got deeply defensive about the show Wings on the coffee mug. And Jimmy was just trying to poke holes in it. What was her? She must have been in the last season of Wings. All right. Let's bring it home, Gina Grad.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
Gina Grad. That was the news with Gina Grad.